All right, welcome back, guys. Reggie versus Solace coming to you with a early morning vid. So it's week one of Wrath of the Lich King rating, and I've been kind of going hard. I'll do a quick overview of the gear, and then also the Fury of the Five Flights trinket that I want to talk about. Well, I'll talk about the trinket first to get the folks out of there that want that information. Some that most would know already, and then a few others that is kind of surprising. And then I'll go over a quick overview of the gear that I have so far. I do have 2 raids tomorrow, well today, and I'll kind of wrap that up. All right, so real quick, so Fury of 5 Flights, it is your second BIS trinket for phase 1 as a warrior, as the Grim Toll will scale better in Ulduar rating, which is the next phase, phase 2. Phase 1, this is your second best trinket. Of course, Dark Moon Card Greatness is your first. That's because it's giving you 90 of whatever your primary stat is. For warriors, it is strength. And then it gives you an additional 300 of that stat for 15 seconds, and it's great. Okay, so the Fury of the Five Flights is something that drops off 25-man Sartherion. It drops off original, so you don't have to do 2 or 3D versions of Sartherion, which is great. It did drop for me in the GDKP. I purchased that bad boy super quick for a good cheap price, as I think it'll go up in value, well, up in price as more people become 80. And of course, carries with large amounts of gold from whatever sources come into the raid wanting to get a BIS trinket fresh from turning level 80. I was able to get it kind of cheap, which was great, and I was able to test it out a few times, and I wanted to go over some of those numbers with you. So of course, what the tooltip says is each time you deal melee or range damage to an opponent, you gain 16 attack power, right, for the next 10 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. The key thing about the Fury of the Five Flights trinket is that it refreshes itself. Let's go over some of those numbers, and then I'll get you guys out of here. Okay, so you see I just did a run of Heroic Nexus, just something because I couldn't go to sleep, so I'm back up gaming. And we can run down kind of the procs of the trinkets, or procs of every buff that I received during the Heroic run of Nexus. All right, so what you're able to see here, let me adjust this mic to make sure it's picking up my voice, is you can see here that greatness does not refresh on itself. That means it has an internal cooldown. There's 28 procs, which is good, so it was up 39% of the time, but it doesn't refresh itself. So this is the applied column, and this is the refresh column. Greatness, super good trinket because it provides static attack power, or strength in my case, for the user. So it's static, and it also has a proc, which is great. It just doesn't refresh itself, but it's still by far the best trinket you can have phase 1 and phase 2. Maybe into phase 3, maybe. You see Flurry, big for warriors. It refreshes itself often, which is good. So that's, I think, 30% more haste. But then you got the bad boy right here, Fury of the Five Flights. It's incredible. As you can see, we did a run that was maybe about 14-15 minutes. This bad boy was up 95% of the time, which is amazing. Now, this here, when all 20 stacks are up, that's giving you 320 static attack power for the duration of the instance or raid that you're in. So that's what this is giving you, which is what makes it unique. It applied itself 28 times, a staggering 1,315 times it refreshed on itself, which is great. Now, I did not ever get the Sunwall trinket. I think it was the Blackened Steely Naru, or Blackened Naru Silver, or something like that. That gave you 440 attack power, which would make it better than this if it refreshed itself. I was not able to do testing on it, but this thing, BIS phase 1, 320 additional attack power static throughout your grind, your instance, or your raid, which is great. So it stacks very well with the Dark Moon Card Greatness. This is giving you 90 strength, or like agility or something like that. All classes can use it, which is amazing. The price is going down. You might be able to get it under 10K either this week or next week, which is great. But the Fury of Fly Flights Super Pog Trinket, like I said, it scales slightly better than Grim Toll because there's not enough armor pen in the game yet for Grim Toll to really show its power. It does have like 38 or 37 whatever percent hit, or not percent hit, but hit that helps you out as far as landing attacks. But for right now, I am super over hit cap because I have 3 points into precision. So that is the video for the Fury of the Five Flights. Definitely, especially during week 1, if you haven't ran next yet, or early week 2 of Wrath of the Lich King rating, make sure to get your Fury of the Five Flights. It's from a regular version of Sartharion Zero Drakes, basically. You just get it. It's a great drop. There's 2 trinkets that drop there, so people will be running Sath for a long time. Or Sarth, I should say. Instead of Satharion, it's Sartharion. Sorry about that. Get my dragons mixed up. But yeah, definitely get this trinket. Super good. 320 static attack power. It's critical. And you see here on the stats, 95% of the time that bad boy was up rolling. It just keeps rolling, which is great. I mean, I never thought I would see something refresh itself more than Flurry, but I'll be damned. There it is. 1,315, man, which is great. So definitely get your hands on the Fury of the Five Flights, especially get it cheap when people don't know the power that it holds. It's really strong. You guys can see here I did 2.72 million damage. I definitely carried those those guys grinding that Nexus rep or whatever. We crushed it. Yeah, so let's go to the gear real quick and I get you guys out of here. So I still haven't ran Nax. I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 more upgrades in Nax, depending on what drops. A Spike Titan Steel Helm. It's your phase pre-raid best. I have the Titanium Choker System of Joe Crafter. Still have these 2. The ring and the neck will be upgraded in Nax. Same thing with the helm. Probably get your tier 7 helm. We'll upgrade that because it does have armor pen on it, which is good. Heroes, Dreadnought shoulder plates. These are standard. It drops in 10-man, or you can get them from badges. PvP only because it scales slightly better than the Ice Strider's Coat that I just got off the auction house for like 150 gold, something crazy like that. But this, since this deadly gear is basically your 25-man equivalent in PvP. This scales higher than that. It has more attack power, for a little bit more crit. Yeah, so it scales better than that. But this, I'm hoping to get the Aged Winter Cloak in Nax Ramus. All right, you got your Heroes Dreadnought Battle Plate. This is probably the first piece you get with emblems. That on your shoulders. I'll upgrade this in Nax to the 25 version or the one of the off-tier Bis leather pieces that scale well with warrior stuff. Band of the Stoneforge, just because I wanted some strength. Your Bis version pre-raid is your Wormrest Accord Bracer. It's off Exalted. You should get that first. Just go in Dragon Blight, pop on the Wormcrest, and you'll be able to get it. Wormrest or whatever it's called. As far as weapons goes, Colossal Scald Cleaver, got this like during my second Hall of Lighting heroic run. That's cool. I'm a blacksmith, so I made also the Titan Steel Destroyer. They have 2-hand. Both of these are eye level 200. I'm trying to get something in Nax that could either be eye level 213 or the Betrayer of Humanity that drops off KT. I think that's eye level 226, which is normal 10-man Ulduar level gear, which is good. So if I can get that phase 1, it's great. If not, I'll stick with like Armageddon, which I really have my sights on, or another actually get Death's Bite in 10-man Nax because it's a steamroll. Basically, 10-man Nax is like ZA or ZG. It's super easy. All right, got this off the auction house like week 1 when I turned level 80. I was like, oh, let's get this. Nessun Worry 4000. There's better ones in Nax. I'll go to 25-man Nax and see what's in there. Of course, trinkets, we already talked about that. Fury of the Five Flights. And also your Dark Moon card Greatness. Super Pog. You're not going to get anything better than this in phase 1. This is something that should be really in phase 2 or maybe even phase 3. It's really strong. All right. Regardless of the eye level, because eye level cheapens the game in my opinion, stick with your Dark Moon card's Greatness. Same thing with the titanium impact band. I really like it because of the armor pen. As I am slowly going to be crafting an armor pen set in phase 1 and see how it performs. But that'll come later on down the line. I got this from Gundrak. Super Pog, a DK wanted to buy it from me, but I knew this was my best pre-raid, so I kept it. Your Death Inured Sabatons. You should be, one of your first rep grinds is the Ebenhold. You should definitely be having to have this, because this gives you these boots, and it gives you an armor pen chest. It gives you this chest guard too, which is leather. Rogues, hunters can use it. Shamans, I'm thinking also. Attack power by 180, armor pen by 68. So that goes into my armor pen set that I'm gonna try to build just for the shits and giggles. Heroes, these to me they're just bad. They're my least desired tier piece. And if I could find something with some better stats, I'm going to get the helm, and then this will be my off tier piece. Not really a fan of it, but it's okay. It's it's something you buy from badges. You just get it. Yeah. Whew. Croc skin belt. There's a direct upgrade in Nax. So off of Vesuvius, it's I think the girdle of Vesuvius. So that's why I didn't put the big gems in that, as I haven't ran Nax yet. Hopefully that drops. I'll get it. If not, I'll put gems in this one to keep me going until next week. And then the last item, just got this today, along with my Fury of 5 Flights from Sartharion. It's the Valorous Dreadnought Gauntlet. So this is my first heroic tier 7 piece. Got that. Put the gems in that, and it'll carry me. Now there's better gloves. There's better gloves to me. But this is a chunky item. It's eye level 213, like I said. It gives you hit rating, which I am overcapped. That's why I don't like it. And expertise, which you can use. I'm almost at expertise cap. Expertise cap is 26. You see here, I'm at 22. So maybe one more piece I can slide in there to be expertise capped. But super pog. I'm a pumper now. Even in Fury, raids is a different story, but definitely your heroics, maybe even 10 mans, you can start, doing some good damage and stuff. So that's the gear. Scarab Lord Warblade, Fury of the 5 Flights. Definitely cop your trinket, and yeah, talk to you guys soon.